today's video is going to be on this look right here. It is my Easter inspired look for this year. And whenever I think of Easter, I always think of like pastel colors, kind of like pinks, peaches, yellows, and I also think of church. So I kind of wanted to combine both of those together into like one look. Basically what I mean by the church part as being a look is I wanted to create something that was very wearable and very natural and subtle, yet still you can see the colors in your eyes. So that's kind of where the Easter comes into it. So I used lots of like pinks, I used yellows and a little bit of like orangey-ish shades, and then I do have the like purplish pink in my inner corner. So there's just like a lot of pinky shades going on, which I figured it was perfect, and it's also still subtle enough to wear it to church if that's what you're gonna do on this Easter. I really apologize that I have been lacking on videos lately. I've just been so busy and I need to kind of rearrange my schedule to figure out how I can keep adding videos 3 days a week, so bear with me with that. And I will have all the products I used today listed down below in the description as always, so if I went too fast during the tutorial, you can always check down there. Don't forget to like the video before you leave, and please don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and let's just go ahead and get on with this Easter inspired look. Alright y'all, jumping right in, we're going to be using the Naked 3 palette today. I know this is super old, but I love this palette. So pretty, especially for Easter. So using the color Stranger, it's just a nice white base shade. Putting that on my eyelid up to my brow bone, just so all the other colors will blend really nicely and everything will look very cohesive and very smooth. This is like my favorite step to do. So the next thing we're going to be doing is using the color Limit. It's just a nice transition shade. It's kind of rosy but also a little taupe, and I'm not putting that in my crease, I'm putting that above my crease. So you can kind of see where I'm placing it right here. It's just above my crease but not into my brow bone, so that'll kind of help with the rest of the look, make everything look very smooth transition and very blown out, which is how I love to do all of my eyeshadows. So now we're going to move on to the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette, and I'm going to be using the Brow Bone shade on my eyelid. So this is basically a yellow shade, and I decided to use this because I figured it was perfect for Easter, and it just goes with the nice rosy shades we already have going. So back into the Naked 3 palette, I'm going to be using the darker transition shade, which is called Nooner, and it's basically like Limit but a little darker, and they're both matte, by the way. So I'm taking that on a more defined crease brush and putting that right in my crease in the socket. So the point of this is to just make everything darker but not too dark to where it's overwhelming the eye, and that is one of the reasons that we put Limit down first, so that we don't have to go so far up or out with the darker shade. It just kind of blends in with the first transition shade. So I'm just blending everything out now just to make sure everything is very blown out the way I want it and very seamless. Now with the Comfort Zone palette, again, we're going to be using the eyelid shade, which I don't even know how to describe this shade. It's like an orangey yellow, and I decided to do kind of like a halo look, putting that on my inner corner and my outer corner, and just blending it into the yellow that we already had down. And then I wanted to make the yellow prominent in the look, so I took a little bit on my ring finger and put it on the ball of my eye and just blended it out. And I did this step a few times just so I could get it as prominent as I wanted. I found that with the Wet n Wild eyeshadows, when you put it on your finger and then put it on your lid, it's a lot more pigmented. So I just went ahead and blended everything out, so everything was very seamless. And now I just put the two transition shades, which were Limit and Nooner, and that is what I'm putting on my bottom lash line. And for eyeliner, I'm going to use this NYX Jumbo eye pencil in the shade Milk. I really wanted a light eye today instead of going with my usual black liner. I decided to switch it up, and I really liked it. So moving on to mascara, this is just a Wet n Wild mascara. Again, I'll have everything linked down below. I was just prepping my lashes for some falsies I was going to put on, which were the Ardell Studio Effects Demi Wispies lashes. And for the inner corner, I'm going to use this highlighter by Colourpop. It is called Over the Moon, and it's just a nice holographic highlighter with pink, violet, and pearl undertones. It's so beautiful. I figured this was perfect for the look because it just gives the eye just an extra pop of pink and color that I feel like it needed. It just made it really extra girly. Now time for lips, and I line my lips with this Milani lip pencil, and then for the lipstick I used this Maybelline Color Whisper in the shade Lust for Blush. I love this. It's almost gone. As you can see, this used to be my jam back in the day. I brought it back for this look, and I just figured it was perfect. It looked so pretty. It's a nice rosy shade with a hint of sheen. And I decided to top that lipstick off with this NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Creme Brulee. This is literally the perfect nude, y'all. I mean, seriously, the perfect nude gloss. And it just gave this look the extra pop of like nude and shine that I felt just went perfect with the eyes. It just ended up to be such a beautiful look. So this is the final look. I really hope that y'all enjoyed this. Please don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.